Welcome back, everybody, to the Back Nine coverage of Round 2 of the 2021 Las Vegas Challenge, presented by Innova Champion Discs. I am Brian Earhart, joined here again by Nate Perkins.
Sir. Wow.
We are witnessing a heater, to say the least.
These guys are sprinting to the finish, Brian. Ezra, perfect through 9. Ricky missed the first 2, rattled off 7 in a row.
The conditions are absolutely perfect right now. Almost no wind, and on some of the holes that they need wind, there's a helping tailwind. There is so many variables that are perfectly in place for these players to score, and we watched Ezra actually lay up an opportunity to go 10 down through 9.
Back 9 does get a little trickier, starting off with this par 4 right here, 741 feet. Sidewalk OB right doesn't really come into play. You really just need to push this one out there with a little bit of turn to get into position.
And Ricky stalled that one out a little bit. You could hear he was not happy. There's
Check.
OB over there, but it's pretty far left. He just has a little bit of a different look to this basket.
Yeah, he's going to have 350 to 370 into the pin, but he can definitely get up and down.
Oh,
wow,
that
this
is
is
on
still turning.
turn. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it didn't even hit till it was on the downslope. Yeah, that's clean 500 right there.
Austin's asking for it to turn, and it just fades out a little bit. And the more left you go, the farther from the basket you are. You really want to get right on this drive. Look at that commitment on that shot from James.
And James will be the first to tell you that the grunt does add an extra 10% of power.
And that actually slid to a solid position for him.
That was a photon from James. One hoop out of position, but look at this shot. Skating.
Oh, wow.
What? Look at that ground play. That is an excellent example of what can happen on this dead grass right here. It was incredible.
That was a solid shot. It kind of... and Ricky's turned
that's
this one
headed
a
for
little
the-
bit out of his hand.
Out of bounds. Check.
Wow.
What a misfire. He's going to be putting from circle 2.
And that is a big drive from James. And yet again, he kind of pushes it a little bit long. He'll have about a 30-footer at this basket. And finally, it's Ezra's turn.
Ooh, left himself.
20, 25.
Yeah. That's that same KC that he was putting with last season, isn't it?
Nice.
A putt.
That is a par save for Ricky. That is a 45-foot uphill par save.
He didn't even mean to pop his collar. That par did it for him.
James for birdie. Solid putt from James. There's another birdie. And yeah, Ezra's a little short of this basket here. And the first blemish we've seen from Ezra, a little bit low from about 25 after such a huge drive. And he's going to be thinking about that one. Solid birdie for Austin.
Good back-to-back stretch from hoop. Hole 11.
Take it.
Par 3, 369. The grass is out of bounds. The sand is actually in on this one. Forehand is a popular play here. They elevated the pin just a little bit this year to make it a little bit more interesting. Perfect.
Wow, beautiful
Perfect.
flex sidearm from Austin. Park job.
James is going envy here. This is
Slightly overstable
putter.
Oh. Beautiful.
This is routine forehand for Ricky. That's low, though, Brian. Wow.
Huh.
Oh, back-to-back misfires from Rick.
And we don't see this
No,
play
we don't.
too often.
We really don't. Ezra's taking this out over the out-of-bounds sidewalk and just hoping to crash these willows.
And he did.
Is that in front of that palm?
Ricky is kicking himself for that one. High right, sticks for Ezra. He's going to keep a pretty solid pace going here. That's a huge hyzer.
It's huge. Wonder how many players even attempted it. That's
Only a handful,
handful.
I would assume.
Wow, what a putter shot from James Conrad.
Yeah, that was an envy, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. 369 foot on a hard turnover. Austin cashes the birdie as well.
That's a good turkey from Hoop. He must have felt like he was really falling behind when the rest of his card is just racking him up, and he was having a tough time scoring on that front.
We're going to move into hole number 12, par 3, 396 feet. You see the OB path on the right side. The green is more protected than you'd think, so it's going to be a hard skip shot or some sort of stall hyzer.
It's blind too.
And that actually looks like a good trajectory.
If it skips before the hill, it likes to climb. If it skips on the hill, sometimes it'll get that bounce and start to Annie roll back the other direction.
Early for James.
Ooh, he's
And-
loving that though, honestly. Like that could have been left and potentially on the green.
I think this is a raptor in Ezra's hands.
Oh my goodness. Is that really getting that
Whoa.
far on that angle?
And I think he did hit a tree there and stuck inside the circle.
Really? That stopped?
That's what it looked like.
Ricky just seems like a little off balance right now. These past 3 holes, he's kind of been a little ahead of himself, it looked like, on his attempts. Wow. He's way short left. He's probably never been over there in practice or any tournament.
Just low for James. Another really heavily committed jump putt.
Okay, so Ezra did sail. He almost dunks it from 60 up the hill
So he did skip a little long on that.
on the pure hyzer, low. It didn't stand up at all.
And Austin just kind of sneaks in another birdie here. That's 4 in a row for Austin Hoop. And he's making a comeback here.
Yeah, it isn't all about the style points, is it? I mean, Ezra's
Especially not
definitely
out here.
impressing us with his speed, but it's not the only thing that matters.
Yeah, a lot of these par 4s are not long. And if you're not playing them for eagles, you can throw 2 very comfortable shots and get your birdie. And I think it's really just managing the wind out here, staying in bounds, and kind of picking your spots and your distance as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to move into the infamous Paul Macbeth ace hole. One of the most challenging par 3s, I would say, on tour. 387 feet uphill, OB all around it.
This is no joke of a hole. Yeah, you're teeing off from out of bounds too. So if you hit that tree or if you hit that hillside, you're re-teeing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Hoop, with a very interesting play, he's just playing this one for a 3.
It's a big shot from James. That is coming in quick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, circle 2 look for James.
That was a Tesla from JC.
Hard hyzer out of the hand for Ezra.
That's that same disc. That must be also a Raptor. He needs to be going mid on both of those holes.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I think he was trying to play the skip over the OB. It's just a hard green to stick it on.
Yeah, you really needed to flip up just a... Oh, no. I mean, inches. That's really unfortunate.
And let's actually take a step back here and take a look at some of these tosses in slow motion. And this is kind of a unique shot for Austin. You see he kind of stopped his momentum. He kind of popped something understable there. Let's take a look at this backhand from James. He rips this shot.
Turning with those shoulders.
And you look at when he extends, that extension motion, it looks like a lowercase y with his legs and his spine. And Ezra is going to follow suit. He's very good at this. Spine does not bend over or reach back.
No, he's pretty upright.
Very short cross step as well.
The biggest thing you guys got to see is that they're not rotating their hips until the disc is out of their hand. As soon as you start rotating before is when you start losing all that momentum that you build up.
Austin's just going to follow his game plan and maybe drop in a birdie here. I think
those aggressive warm-up routines, like isn't his routine so aggressive?
Oh, almost.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's just like jabbing it down and back up.
It's a very confident routine, that's for sure.
Cash.
Yes.
Wow. He knew it. We all knew it.
Beautiful putt from James.
What a putt.
Nice bouncy run back to his disc.
It's amazing. Everybody loves it. That's why, as you said, he's a fan favorite for that there.
Yeah.
Just bouncing around the disc golf course.
Ricky's going to save his par from the OB bunker. And he's definitely showing some frustration here. Just a little bit off on a lot of drives and is not getting really rewarding kicks. He's getting a lot of not unfortunate breaks, but the disc is doing exactly what his misfire is pointing towards. And Ezra's cooling off a little bit here. Started off super hot. Perfect front 9.
He's got 4 pars total now. And an eagle.
Thanks for watching, guys. I want to thank Discraft for making some sick discs. Obviously, they flew great. And if you guys want to follow me on social media, Instagram and YouTube, that'd be great. My username for Instagram is Ezra_Aderhold, and my YouTube is just my name. So, thanks.
And we are going to move into hole number 14. One of the longer par 4s here, 798 foot. OB green in front of it, big drop off behind. This one you just have to throw far and straight.
A little low, a little turned over from James.
Got a solid flare off of that.
Yeah, skating up into position.
That's got to come back. There is OB off to the right. Little short, but he's definitely still in the fairway.
Wow.
He loves that 45 degree of hyzer angle.
Pure hyzer. I guess you have to when you're throwing at the speed he is.
Absolutely.
He's up by the tree on hyzer. It's incredible. Let's see. how it compares with a Wysocki bomb.
Also a solid shot from Ricky.
Very similar distance right there. Hoop probably has 350 into the pin at least.
Solid
Ooh,
line.
that looks great.
Just a bit short. James tried putting some turn on that. Just couldn't quite get it. He'll be about circle's edge. This looks good. Ah, kind of a dead skip. Unexpected.
That same putter from Ezra.
I believe so.
Wow.
And a nice quick cash for birdie from Ezra. It's about a 35-footer uphill.
Left to right wind.
And he's back
Good
on the birdie
pace.
train.
I mean, he's not just smashing it. That had touch.
Oh, yeah. That landed in the basket.
Yeah. This is a really tricky putt. Low ceiling. Tailwind right to left. Wow, what a putt.
There's some world champ putter right there.
He definitely could not do his normal routine right there. I mean,
No.
the ground was blocking him. He had that low ceiling. Wow. You could see just a little quicker on the drawdown right there.
And as you can see, the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. There's a good putt from Ricky. There's a birdie. After kind of a dry spell, he's going to come back and snag a birdie. Moves him to 18 under par total. And we're going to move into hole number 15. This is a long par 3, 459, and it plays every bit of that. And it's tucked off to the right, so we see James going to have to throw something with turn on it. Huge run up. Yeah. Just not enough height to get that angle to pan out. He'll be short. And Ezra's going flick.
Interesting.
Ooh, that looks really solid. Puts him to about circle's edge,
That's
maybe 25. That's a huge
World
sidearm.
class sidearm. I am done listening to him talk about how his forehand is no good. That is incredible. He's circle one.
Ricky goes a little wide with the sidearm, edge of circle 2 here. Yeah, this is a really big par 3.
I mean, there's 5 people in the tournament that are getting it with a forehand.
Yeah, even the big forehand player here, Austin's going with a roller that actually looks great if it checks up.
Come on, curl, curl, curl.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, just
That's a
skating along.
550-foot roller.
Wow, Ezra's forehand is hyzer to flat inside the circle.
Big bid from James, going to put him to about 15-20. And Austin is about 100 feet long on this 450-foot hole. Oops. Nice run at the basket there for Hoop.
It's a good one to run with that bowl right there.
Exactly.
No danger. Even your rollaways will come back to the pin. Oh, I loved it out of his hand. Just kicking dirt.
Ezra for birdie.
This would be huge.
He cashes yet another birdie. He's got 2 in a row. He's picking up some steam, and there is just a few holes left to keep snagging some more.
I saw Barella do it. I saw Hammies do it. I know Eagle probably did it. I can't think of anyone else that's getting the forehand out there like that.
That is huge. Good comeback putt for Austin. And Ezra's going to snag the lone birdie on hole number 15. And we move into the last true eagleable hole on this course. Hole number 16, 888-foot par 5. Wide open shot. You have one little gap to hit off the tee, but really after that you can decide to go over this green from about 450 to this pretty simple green. There really isn't a lot of danger except for the green, and Ezra's going to throw that perfect... Oh, look at that thing flip!
Wow.
Beautiful angle out of his hand. That is a very far drive. I have no other words for that.
Yeah, we're used to playing this one into a slight headwind. Now we're playing it into a slight tailwind, so I imagine that at least 3 of these players are going to be thinking eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Off the tee.
James puts his way up there. And Ricky throws a little higher hyzer. Still very large. Same orange destroyer from Austin.
Wow, and you can see, I mean, that's almost 150 feet behind Ezra's. Austin's certainly going to be playing this one short of the green. Oh. Big misfire right there.
Yeah, definitely
Footwork
didn't
was
get it.
off. JC's got to be taking this one over the green here. Oh, certainly.
Oh, wow.
He's 80 long.
You hear them laughing in the background. He blasted that over the green.
That is crazy.
I love this play from Ricky.
Ricky going, oh boy, it's only 20. All right, cool.
That left side of that mound is way easier to skip up than the right. But when you're this far up, you can just throw a chip hyzer.
With a Raptor.
Yep.
Parked for eagle.
Yeah, 20 feet. Yep. Solid shot from Austin. He's going to have a putt for birdie. And look at this goofy putt for eagle.
No one's been here.
For a second, I thought he was going to try to go through the middle.
James would try and do that. Oh, what a comeback, though. I mean, 28 feet right there. That's
With
what's
him
really
being
separating these guys.
With him being so connected to his putters, it's really refreshing to see him already putting great.
I agree right there, Brian. Absolutely. No. 18-footer? That's 2 this round.
This is a side of Ricky that we have seen in the past, but not often. As Ezra taps in his eagle here, it's going to bring him to 24 under par for 2 rounds.
Austin Hoop, 72423, and I play for Innova, Chain Bang, Temple, OTB, and Upper Park. OTB, they've been supporting me for quite a few years now, and tons of support coming from them. And just go check them out. They got a pretty good store online and retail store in Stockton, California.
And coming into number 17, this is another one of those long 450-foot par threes. Now the basket's on the left side, so the players can play more of a flat flex shot.
That OB sidewalk on the left really comes into play on this hole.
That is a screamer out of Ezra's hand. That almost clipped that right side. And okay.
Is that a Raptor again, Brian?
I really hope not, to be honest with you.
He's breaking the game down. That's just what I love about this game so much, is that just when we think that we're settled in with the players who are going to be there, there's another one, and then another one.
And they
there's
keep
a Kev
inspiring
Jones.
the
There's
generation
an Ezra.
before them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's amazing. I mean, no one's really doing it like he is.
And Ricky just is not feeling himself right now. This is...
That was a tough back nine for him, Brian.
Wow.
This one might be out of Hoop's range.
Oh, wow.
See, that's probably getting into his head just a little bit, that he knows that he needs that initial turn on the disc, whereas Ezra knew that he just needed to fire it on hyzer, and it's going to flip up.
And that's what you get from these kind of, I guess you could call them link-style courses, where it's windy, it's flat, and it's long. It's obviously the distance player's game out here, unless you're a tactician. Super high-level putter shot from James. That was a tough stance, and that is 15 feet away as well.
Oh my.
Just when we said that Ricky wasn't feeling himself, he snags a 60-foot par save from out of bounds. So that's got to feel good going into the last hole for Ricky.
Great par save from Hoop.
Yeah.
Holding his own with these crushers.
Yeah, it's challenging watching an entire card outdrive you by that much, and you don't throw that short as it is.
Yeah.
These
Last
are some of the
to tee,
longest throwers
first
on
to throw
tour.
again.
And Ezra's going to tap in yet another birdie.
Is that the Raptor? Oh, it is. He confirmed it right as we're asking it.
Wow.
It is a Raptor. That's a 9-speed?
450 feet over stable 9-speed.
One angle.
Yeah. Welcome.
I'm impressed,
to,
obviously.
Welcome to 2021 disc golf, folks. 18, iconic par 4. And that's got to sit down. How fitting. Perfect spot for Ezra. As you see, there is an OB pond left and right. And if you want the birdie, you have to get aggressive and land it on this thin strip.
Check up.
And James has thrown an even better drive than Ezra. That is perfect positioning. A lot of players are playing a short layup to not even try to go for the strip.
You can still get up and down from short of the sidewalk as well, but...
Ricky's going power hyzer. And that's another great position to be in.
Prime position. Can't quite tell yet. Okay, he's going forehand.
He's just going to go layup here. If he gets
Oh.
a little bit of flair.
Oh, he's still going for that second. Okay.
And that looks like a bunker, but that's actually just gravel. He's safe.
That's tough footing, though, on this
Oh, yeah.
approach. I mean, he's got probably 420 left into the pin.
And he is definitely trying to give it a run here. And he'll just put himself to right outside circle 2.
That's
Oh.
a big approach. Wow.
And Ricky puts himself to about 25 feet for the birdie.
Oh, wow. They're really close to that pond.
And Ezra's going putter into the green.
Check.
Gets it.
Oh, that's the safe.
Safe. About
Inside
25.
The circle. What is he putting for, Brian?
I
He's
believe that's
putting for a
16 under. kind of hard to even commentate on the rest of these players right now. Austin's going to finish his round there with a layup.
These are testers. There is OB right behind this bucket into this tailwind.
Great birdie putt for James.
Look at James with that left leg just extending and holding it in there until he sees it drop.
And here's Ezra for a 16 under par. Oh my gosh. What did we just witness?
Yeah, I mean, he cemented himself as an elite player, tier 1.
Wow. This is not an easy course. But they definitely made it look like that today. And even Ricky not having a great round still played
Gives it up.
a solid number. He put up a solid number.
Yeah, only got beat by 5.
And Ezra, wow. Welcome. Welcome,
This is
Ezra.
amazing.
We saw him sign an elite contract with Discraft. He's now living up to the hype that was built up all last year. 16 under par.
Where does that put him for the event?
It puts him in first place.
Wow.
Puts him in first place for the
Taking
event,
a
I believe.
look.
At least for now, as
2
you can
strokes
see.
over Macbeth and Calvin.
What a round.
3 over Eagle.
Make sure to subscribe to Gatekeeper Media on YouTube, and we will catch you for the round 3 coverage. Thank you for listening and watching.